Sweet. What's going on? What's going on? Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly, my friends. Dilly dilly. Let's see. I've been in a goddamn creative mood today, man. I was hanging out with Peter Promo, listening to some of the jams going on in there today. I was listening to some of the rappers, some of the more interesting things going on. And I just feel like coming on here and being a little creative. I got a couple of topics too I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to start off with guitar today. What's up, soul? Been a little minute, hasn't it? Getting warmed up. Getting warmed up here. What's up, everybody? How the hell you doing tonight? So I thought tonight it'd be kind of a good night to get into some of the topical issues that are going on. We got the March for Life that's coming. The March for Life where, boys, it's going to be quite a spectacle, because what's going to happen is some of the students from the Sandy Hook shooting and some of the students from the Parkland shooting that just happened and some of the other students, they're going to be getting together, right? And then what's going to happen is they're going to be marching for their lives this coming March. Basically what it is it's a big protest against guns. So it's going to be a gun-grabbing advocacy, basically. And if you go against it, right, if you try to say that, you know, you disagree with these kids, then they're going to, they as in the democratical left, whatever you want to call them, is basically going to, what am I trying to say? They're gonna try to go after you for bullying. That's pretty much what's going on. So there's that. Then there's just all this gender study bullshit that's been flying around lately, especially in the news and crap like that. And then one more thing I want to talk about is the term best friends. Apparently schools are trying to say that best friends is a term, right, that's inclusive to other students. And that certain students can develop toxic relationships in school, which doesn't allow the other kids to have fun with or whatever. So, certain schools, that's right, I can't even make this shit up, it's actually in the news, are going to try and ban the term, not ban best friends, you know, they're not trying to say people can't be friends, but they're trying to ban the term best friends. Can you frickin' believe that bullshit? Goddamn real. So, there's some of the topics that I want to lay out today. The weed that we be smoking here today is, I don't know what it was. What did you say this was, hon? I think it was pineapple-y or strawberry something. I can't remember. And then I got some dabs, some concentrates here. A couple of the concentrates we'll be smoking here today. Let me give you a peek-see. Some of the dabs that we got here today. And then some of the flower that we be smoking here today. So, got plenty of bud to get right into it, to get that nice little buzz so we could talk about the zany, kooky shit going on. So, the bad approves. As always, we have a Rockstar. Rockstar is my drink of choice. You can drink what you want. Oh, wow. You know what I forgot to do? I think I forgot to shut my music off and all that. Nah, I remember to shut the music off. I don't think I remember to flip the camera. 420 smoke, yeah, bub. Woo! Woo! Crotch shot. Blood, sweat, and beers. What's going on, bro? Alright, so let's get into one of the first ones that I thought was going to be really good here. Hold on a second ago. One second. Organize. Hold on, let me click on this and then I can get to his channel. There we go.
I want to be able to go out and show kids that being different is not a bad thing.
Oh, wow.
Gender,
good job, Talon.
sexuality, and being different needs to be accepted.
Children Reading Project of Fire.
It may well be that there was treatment that such people require that they weren't getting, in which case I'm very glad if they're now getting it. What worries me, however, is that as far as specifically as far as children, for example, are concerned, what is often a passing phase of thinking that you're of the opposite sex, and which passes quite normally, is being medicalized. And these children are having a label hung around their neck, and inappropriate medical intervention is taking place. That's what worries me. That takes
Sorry for what?
The child just a
What's
bit
up, Talon?
Bill C-16 is the same law at the federal level, and it just passed second reading. And so this is law in 5 provinces already and is about to become national law. And I also should point out that it makes discussion
Nice.
around pronoun use and around gender
Type in the wrong
identity
person.
subject
Oh, you
to
all good,
provisions
man.
Of the hate speech.
If you have a Y chromosome, then you are typically male. People without a Y chromosome are typically female. We all learned this in 5th grade biology. Variation may exist in a tiny percentage of the population. This would make you intersex. It would not necessarily make you a person of the opposite sex. Okay, transgender advocates, however, don't even care about the biology. What they claim is that no evidence must be shown of any chromosomal anomaly in order for you to claim that you're transgender. I can be a full-on XY male, a full biological male, and if I say that I'm...
People like iCupid Rainbows, for example, with no chronological evidence whatsoever. I've even asked iCupid Rainbows if he or she was on hormones in order to try to go through the entire process to, you know, make the switch, you know, full-blown transgender. And, you know, he or she wouldn't answer the question, so I'm not really sure exactly what iCupid Rainbows is trying to prove by only shaving half of his face and dressing up the way he does. But, you know, he just said it right there. I mean, even Bill Nye the Science Guy said it back in, I think it was like 1994 on his friggin' show, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill! He was even saying that there's only 2 chromosomes. And now he's got a special on Netflix called Bill Nye Saves the World, and he tries to explain gender fluidity with all the flavors of the ice cream, and the vanilla flavor was the white cystic male that was trying to force all the other flavors to be like him. Anyways, all the flavors end up licking each other and having a big orgy, and then he calls that gender fluidity, and it's like, isn't that fun? Isn't that science? No, Bill Nye, that's not fucking science.
A female, you must now call me she. I'm a transgender person, and you must call me she.
A person who identifies as transgender retains her or his birth DNA. No amount of surgery, no amount of synthetic hormone dosage, no change of clothing will alter this fact. Recognizing this is not essentialism. What is essentialist is the presumption that people sexed in a certain way have a corresponding gender hardwiring, and that for transgender people the wires have somehow become crossed, meaning that the external appearance of the body has to be altered to correspond to the correct mental wiring. Well, there's no such thing as a male brain or a female brain or intersex brain. Brains are brains. Brains don't have gender.
And a lot of the leftist side will actually use that fact right there to their advantage. They'll say, well, all men started off as female. Not exactly true. I mean, I understand the argument there. I get what they're trying to say, because that's their argument right there, is that they're saying that brains are genderless and that, you know, it's a fine tune. You know, it's like boys like blue and girls like pink. It's just something that we're kind of ingrained. And, you know, a lot of the leftist type or the LGBTQ supporters, whatever you want to call them, will use that argument right there and say that, well, all men started off as female. I don't know about all that.
Any more, for that matter, than bodies do. Gender and sex are not the same thing. Sex is biological, gender is ideological.
Transgender advocates have to create a new category different from sex, because obviously this is not going to work. You can't fool anybody by saying that a woman is a man, man is a woman. So instead what you have to do is you have to create a new word, right? We'll call it gender. We'll call it gender. Gender, in their view, is about maleness or femaleness, right? These social constructs of maleness or femaleness, an entirely subjective category, not linked to biology. But separating maleness or femaleness from genetic influence is scientifically illiterate, of course. To say that a biological male is a gendered female is a basic contradiction in terms. Right? A biological male is a gendered male. He may be an effeminate male. He may be a feminine male. He's still a male.
Right.
Number one, every follow-up study has shown that the majority of children with gender identity issues do not end up transsexual. The majority end up with normal gender identity. Secondly, we have no diagnostic procedure or method that can reliably distinguish which children are going to go in a transsexual trajectory and which ones are going to end up with normal gender identity, even without intervention. And thirdly, I think people who are not enthusiastic about gender transition in very young children take the position that the first line of approach clinically should be helping the child accept his or her sex.
Richard?
And that right there is what I 150 fucking % disagree with. Because you got like the book author there, I can't remember. He's fucking writing books about reaching down and showing kids how to do it. That is fucking disgusting. Teaching sexuality to fucking kids in like first and second grade and third grade and shit like that. Ungoddamn believable. Let me tell you this. Can we all agree on this? If your kid still believes in Santa Claus, he has no business talking about sexual shit. Just my opinion.
Lippa writes in the textbook, Gender, Nature, and Nurture, quote, some researchers have argued that the word sex should be used to refer to the biological status of being male or female, whereas the word gender should be used to refer to all the socially defined, learned, constructed accoutrements of sex, such as hairstyle, dress, nonverbal mannerisms, and interests. However, it is not at all clear to what degree differences between males and females are due to biological factors versus learned and cultural factors.
And I'm not trying to be alarmist.
Little French lady, what's going on, sweetie?
The legislation was introduced is that there's been an explosion in gender identity categories. And so, for example, in New York now, there are 31 protected gender identity categories.
Now, you notice how he added the word protected. You see, I'm not sure if you heard that. 31 genders, but he had to add the word protected. He did that on purpose because they're protected by scrutiny. They're protected from, they're protected from scrutiny. From individuals like myself, for example, that want to challenge the theory of this absolute lunacy that there's 31 different genders. Fucking bullshit. So therefore that they're protected in society, and therefore ridiculous laws get passed that if you don't address me by my him, her, zim, zer fucking pronoun, then I can sue you. I mean, what kind of goddamn world are we listening to? You know what I mean? Where you can't openly be free and discuss your differences inside of, I don't know, say a college campus that's supposed to be shaping the minds for the future world, and we're bending to all of these fucking pronouns and bending to the, break our backs for political correctness and bullshit like that. What are we going to wish everything into the cornfield? Oh my goodness. Don't get me started. Let's get going.
Categories. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing in the legislation that stops there from being a requirement for people to use a different pronoun for every single one of those categories.
I think that
that's New York for you. New York fucking recognizes 31 different genders.
There is sympathy and understanding. But I also think that we've got ourselves into a situation where there is a body of pressure behind the cause associated with transgender issues, which seeks to basically write biological sex out of the script altogether, to basically say that if I were to say I am a woman, that is somehow causing offence to somebody who is in a state of gender confusion. Now, I think that is not only absurd, and is not only sort of draconian and even totalitarian, but it is denying me my right to say what I am, which is a woman.
Some sections of society, and I think I'm firmly convinced the pharmaco-medical machine, have invented the transgender child. I don't buy the gender dysphoria argument. Let us not forget that until 1990, homosexuality was also considered a mental illness.
Yeah.
Such illnesses are ideological constructions to fit the political.
That wasn't even 20 years ago.
Statistics on the trauma of adolescents going through an unwanted puberty and on depression and suicide rates are routinely cited as arguments in favour of transgendering children. But guess what? Adolescence is traumatic for everyone. And risks of self-harm are greater at that time.
And that's what I cannot fucking stand, is that you don't think that they don't know what they're doing in the pharmaceutical companies. You better think again. I mean, the adolescence is like what she just said. It's tough for everybody. Adolescence is that time in life when we're all figuring out who we are, what we're doing, what we stand for, what we're, and that's all happening in the backs of your minds, you see. But in the frontal cortex of your mind, where your wisdom and your judgment take place, this doesn't really develop until like you're 25 or 30, 35 years old, even for some people, until they fully mature. And instead of like working with some of these people and just, hear me out. I don't know everything, obviously, but just instead of working with some of these people and trying to get down to some of the root causes of what's making them question things in the first place, they throw them right on fucking pharmaceutical drugs, which fuck with the mind that is still growing. In adolescence, it's still growing. Your brain is still growing. It's still figuring things out. It's still processing and wiring things the way that, anyways, point is. And then they throw you on fucking drugs that confuse you even goddamn more. Like, serotonin reuptake inhibitors and ADHD medication and Wellbutrin, serotonin, sleep medication, pain medication, you name it.
For everyone. The statistics on girls self-harming during adolescence are appalling. Growing up brings its share of joys and discoveries. It's confronting and awkward and messy for everyone. But we do in the end have to grow up.
The vast majority of children who claim to be transgender when they are children, pre-puberty, do not end up being transgender when they grow up. Okay, according to University of Toronto professor James Cantor's studies, 2/3 of children who feel transgender outgrow their desire to transition sex by puberty. Another recent paper by endocrinologist Paul Cruz, biostatistician Lawrence Meyer, psychiatrist Paul McHugh puts that number at 80%. Okay, transgender advocates also claim that transgender suicide rates, which are extraordinarily high, which is just an incredible tragedy. By the way, when I'm saying all this, the reason I'm saying all this is because I think facts matter, not because I don't have sympathy for people who are suffering from something that really...
Can I agree with him 100%? I only talk about shit like this because facts matter. It's not that I have no heart for people like iCupid Rainbow or people like Carlitos or anybody else that's struggling with the same kind of identity crisis. People go through rough things. There are rough times in their life that is going to cause them to go back to the drawing board and question a few fucking things. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make them any less human or any less worth of our attention or anyone's attention. Human beings, the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and that is the bottom fucking line, no matter how you look at it. There's a big heavy set guy that streams. I don't know if you guys see him. This guy probably streams because he's looking for some companionship, looking for people to talk to. You can already tell he probably doesn't leave his house much. I mean, I go in there and what do I see? Everybody's calling him fat boy and, tearing him down. Just tearing this fucking guy down. Unbelievable what kind of a society we all are. Now, I'm involved. I'm here too. We're in the symphony. We're in the band together. But kicking people when they're down, kicking people when they're clearly looking for attention, and I'm guilty. I'm a hypocrite. I'll let you know I'm a hypocrite. I've done that shit before. I've gone into iCupid Rainbow's stream and said, what the fuck is this about? I've said things to Carlitos that were probably not necessary. So yeah. You should get a PS4. I should, you're right. But salute Riff, what's going on, Phil Army? How you doing, man? But yeah, man, I'm to blame too, man. But at the end of the day, like I said, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So when you see people like this, it's not because it's like it's not because they're unsympathetic, because that's not true. I think it's the fact that to even want to waste your time in a day to look at statistics, to look at research, to look at Google references, to look at fucking Wikipedia searches, would have to signify that perhaps maybe you do care. Because if you certainly didn't give a shit, then why would you be on a podium in the first place talking about it? On second thought, why would you be wasting your time, period? If you didn't give a shit. That's probably my issue. I would think so. That might be a lot of your guys' issues. Maybe you do give a shit. Could that be a problem? I think it is.
It must be truly terrifying. It must be truly difficult to deal with. What I'm suggesting is that we need better solutions than blaming society for this problem, because the problem is not with society in large measure. The problem is largely with a mental condition. Okay, transgender advocates claim that transgender suicide attempt rates, which run at about 40% over the lifetime, which is extraordinarily high. Suicide attempt rates in the United States, among other populations, run at about 4%, that they are a result of discrimination, which results in depression. A study from professors at the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and the UCLA School of Law Williams Institute found 46% of transgender men, which is women who believe they're men, and 42% of trans women, men who believe they're women, attempt suicide over the course of their lives. The study also does point out allegedly high levels of discrimination against people. And no one is in favor of discrimination against trans people. No one is in favor of treating trans people badly. I just did an interview with Blair White, who's a transgender woman, meaning a biological man who believes he's a woman, and the interview was all about whether I should use pronouns that Blair White wanted me to use, whether I should call Blair White a she. It was a very cordial interview. I explained my position.
That's where I don't like it. Hey, listen, bros. If you want to be a fucking transgender, go right ahead. But if I don't address you by your proper pronoun, don't rip my fucking head off, dude. Jesus goddamn Christ. I mean, what am I supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? You go to work, you're a cashier, you're a bartender. Hell, let's go bartender. Here you are, sir. Here's your drink. I'm not a sir. I am a madam. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Position and everything was fine. We can agree to disagree on these particular points. If it makes you suicidal because I say that you are your biological sex, my suggestion is that there is something deeper going on.
Yes.
Than what I am saying to you.
The objective data show that the rates of suicidal ideation and gestures in gender dysphoric children are the same as the rates of those gestures and ideation in other psychiatric populations of children and adolescents. And furthermore, there is no data that the rate of completed suicides is higher in gender dysphoric children and adolescents.
If we just break this down, though, Ray, isn't the question that parents do not want to feel that they are guilty of having failed to listen to their child's concerns when they could have done something meaningful about it?
Yes, I agree. Some parents are being emotionally blackmailed by false information about threats of...
That's an excellent point my boy makes right there. What did he just say? Emotionally blackmailed. Thank you. Thank you. I was kind of looking for a way to kind of get it out there, but I couldn't figure out a way to articulate it, and I think my man just figured it out. People are using transgender as a tool or a weapon to emotionally blackmail people. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that that's more logical in the situation. Now, I'm not trying to take away that these people are possibly disturbed and they need help. Or maybe they need a companion, a best friend. I'm not really sure what it's going to take in order to make them happy, whether it's a boy or a girl, whatever it is that they decide to be. I just want them to be happy and free, right? But a lot of the times when they do go through with the sex change or they do go through with the gender, transfer, a lot of the times these people end up committing suicide. That's fucking crazy, right? If you look at the transgender suicide rate statistically, it's pretty high, too high to even want to argue. It's a tragedy. It's a problem. It's seriously a problem. And listen, I'm getting sick of them putting chemicals in the water that's turning the frickin' frogs gay.
Suicide by gender dysphoric children into thinking that if they make any attempt to help their kid accept their anatomic sex, that they are putting their child at risk of suicide. Okay. And it's just pure manipulation
Sean,
by trans activists.
So if your landlord chooses to misgender you, and not just misgender you, like if you're a transgender woman, you used to be a man, now you're a woman, and they call you a he. It's not just that. Like, you're compelled to use how many? What is the number of them now?
Well, there's no standard nomenclature for the non-gender or for the non-binary types. There's many, many invented words, and which of those you're supposed to
Mr. Jelly,
use
what's up, man?
Entirely on the subjective choice of the person that you're talking with.
Great sympathy for everyone who's suffering from this. It does no good for a society to lie about sex in order to supposedly make people feel better. Lies are not a path to virtue, nor a path to sanity. Truth is a path to both of these things. This does not mean you can't treat people with cordiality. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have manners. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be kind to people. It does mean that it is an imposition on me to ask me to lie about the nature of basic biological facts because it is going to offend you.
Thank you.
People are likely to be called transphobic.
Thank you. You're right. You should have to have manners. You should be polite. But what did he just say? I gotta back that up. That was too goddamn good. Oh, that was too goddamn sweet. I want to hear it again.
Lies are not a path to virtue nor a path to sanity. Truth is a path to both.
Listen to that man right there. Listen to that man.
And which of those you're supposed to use is dependent entirely
Yes, I remember
on
you
the
saw.
choice of the person that you're talking with.
Great sympathy for everyone who is suffering from this. It does no good for a society to lie about sex in order to supposedly make people feel better. Lies are not a path to virtue nor a path to sanity. Truth is a path to both of these things. This does not mean you can't treat people with cordiality. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have manners. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be kind to people. It does mean that it is an imposition on me to ask me to lie about the nature of basic biological facts because it is going to offend you.
People who are likely to be called transphobic if they say they are men or women, and if they say that certain people are men or women.
Could it be explained any better? I don't think so.
It's a pregnant woman. That person who says it's a pregnant woman is likely to be called transphobic, and as we saw with the case of Germaine Greer, is likely to be howled off the stage. This is a weapon for a very authoritarian, very intolerant set of attitudes masquerading as compassion.
Yeah.
Some people, however, are so deeply offended that they feel no need.
Incredibly intolerant
they just
people.
claim offense. They claim that they're victims, and now they win the argument. You don't need to play this game because it is a game, and it's a stupid game. They claim I'm just being offensive, or I've microaggressed them, or I'm invading their safe space. Okay, facts are not microaggressions. Facts are facts. No space should be free from facts or safe from facts. Those who insist that I respect their truth, they don't have any truth. They have opinions. Those opinions often oppose truth. I am far more justified in ignoring opinions unsupported by facts than they are in dismissing facts that support my opinion. Okay, we can't have a conversation on a common basis in fact. If those facts offend
Kiss
people,
this man.
so be it. I can live with that. Facts don't care about your feelings. Thanks so much.
Facts don't care about your feelings, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. That was motherfucking just goddamn invigorating people. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Jesus. Fuck my life, that was nice. Did y'all just hear that shit? Facts don't care about your feelings, motherfucker. He should have put he should have just dropped the fucking mic after that, you know what I'm saying? Just drop the goddamn mic. Bam! fucking track. Alright, so let's get into the next motherfucking topic, people. These people want to fucking ban the term best friends. Can you believe this shit? How fucking authoritarian can you be, huh? When you want to ban actual language. We already went through Twitter. Twitter wants to ban language too, you know. I mean, I've put that up on the board a couple of times, where Twitter's banning people, you know, shadow banning people, not letting their freedom of speech out onto their platform, shadow banning conservatives, any type of political opinions that disagree with theirs, and they're basically silencing it. So this is what they're doing in schools now. Because, according to them, the term best friends is a little, well, unfortunately, it doesn't include all the rest of the students. So, therefore, it's bad.
Hey, folks, remember this classic rock song from Queen?
Best friends.
Alas, what the hell was the late
Number one hippie, what's going on, man?
Recorded that insensitive tune because in 2018,
D-Tube, yeah. You were talking about that.
Are now banning students from having best friends. Back in grade 8, when I was attending McDonald Drive Junior High School in St. John's, Newfoundland, Daryl was my best friend. Don't get me wrong, we weren't all that close. In fact, we had nothing in common. It's just that we walked home from school the same way each day, typically in silence. But Daryl was one of the few kids at McDonald Drive who didn't beat me up or stick gum in my hair. You see, given that I was a Toronto transplant and that I talked funny, which is to say I pronounced boy as boy and not as bye, well, the born and bred Newfoundlanders would take out their hate town on yours truly, except for Daryl.
What got into a pint there, boy?
Or perhaps
what'd you ever get to a pint there, boy?
In any event, Daryl never acted on his contempt by physically kicking my 416 area code arse to the curb. So
let's get your arse to the curb.
Daryl was
come in here, boy.
Friend,
but you don't know me.
Even if he didn't know it. But
I kick ass all around this playground, boy.
Friendship sprouted circa 1976 and not today, because at certain schools, best friends, much like peanut products, are banned from campus. Indeed, in a recent Metro story, it's noted that the term best friend is not allowed in some schools anymore because such terminology lacks inclusivity.
Yeah.
Well, that's a laugh.
Don't say best friends, because you won't be included.
Inclusivity. That's the bloody point. Look, I like to eat a lot of fruit, but cherries are my favorite. Am I supposed to pretend I like blackberries in the name of being inclusive when it comes to the...
That's a great point. And that's really the only way that you can argue with the leftist mentality. It's like, okay, so you want to ban the term best friends because, it's not inclusive. So I like strawberry more than all the other fruits. I guess I'm being kind of fruit racist there, huh? I guess, no, you're right. I should spend $140 on all the fruit because that way I'm not a fruit racist because I wasn't, inclusive to all the other fruit. I mean, what the flying fuck is going on with everyone in this goddamn world?
Fruit aficionado community. Yet this is how a growing number of schools are rolling. Children are encouraged to have lots of good friends, but are discouraged from having any best friends. In fact, some schools have actually forbidden that term to be uttered.
It's forbidden.
I'd love to see how they enforce
no best friends is forbidden.
By the way, it should be noted that while certain educrats and child psychologists are in favor of banning best friends, apparently this isn't a popular position in the real world. As of now, 91% of Metro readers polled said they were opposed to best friend bans. But hey, what do we, the great unwashed masses, know about raising our kids? And what, you may ask, can the school system do for an encore when it comes to yet more social engineering? Well, how about this little doozy? Earlier this month at a Valentine's Day dance at the Canesville Elementary School in Utah, students were told they could not say no if
There you
another
go.
student
Problem solved.
asked them to dance.
No talking. What's
Again,
up,
in the
Fling?
name of
How you doing, beautiful?
inclusivity and protecting kids' feelings from being crushed by rejection, if one student asked another to dance, the answer had to be yes. Welcome to Camp Bubble Wrap. Yet, talk about mixed...
Are you fucking kidding me? You know, that term, I mean, is that... Oh my fucking God, I don't even know where to start. Is that really the type of society that we all want to live in, where every little kid needs to have a little safe space because he might not be included? So the type of person that has to fucking... I mean, dude, there is unsafe people and type of people that grow up in these types of schools that will fucking do and take advantage of these types of rules. As again, like I said, I'm good, just picked up at dinner, how are you? Can't bubble wrap, yep, it's part of being human, you have a better bond with some people. And if a girl doesn't like you, she shouldn't have to fucking like you. You know, you need to prove yourself. There's a certain suave, there's a certain swag, there's a certain je ne sais quoi that you do that she likes more than the other boys. I mean, you know, if I walk up to any girl and say, will you please dance with me? And then in this type of society, she has to dance with me because if she doesn't, then she's going to be non-inclusive? What the fuck is that about? You should have to work for friendship. You should have to work for respect. You should have to work for a woman to like you or opposite sex to like you. Whatever the fuck it is you're into. But whatever it is, you should have to work towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the beauty about life, isn't it? Is that some things in life can't be bought. Can't be bought. You know? I'm sorry, right? The best things in life can't be bought. I think we can all agree on that one. Let's wrap this video up.
Messages. For decades, we've been told that a woman has the right to choose. We've also been told ad nausea that no means no. Gee, has the Me Too Time's Up movement already come to a grinding halt, given that the girls attending Canesville Elementary are forbidden to choose or to actually say no? Pass the popcorn, folks. I think we're now witnessing a circus sideshow in which the progressives are cannibalizing themselves. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Yeah. Hey, folks, download the new...
That's right. You never go too far right, and you never go too far left, because you'll slide right off the damn table. You know, I was listening to something earlier that they call them wings, left and right wings, but it's still part of the same dirty bird. You know. Anyways. Fucking point is, let's play some goddamn guitar. Best friends are good. Best friends is a good thing. How the fuck is it a bad thing?
America's best value.
Somebody, I mean, are you gonna buy a pickup, right? And then say that you're a pickup racist because you didn't get a hatchback and a Mini Cooper and you know, you gotta buy all the cars or else you're a goddamn car racist. What the fuck is this? I prefer fucking, I don't know. I don't even know. It's just stupid. It's illegal. Boom. There's another one for that ass. So, the other thing that we gotta get into here is what's his face? What's his face? There's another one in here that I wanted to get down. Great sound, Riff. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I had something else that I wanted to share, but I can't remember what the hell it was. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me try to find this. Because this shit is going to get crazy right here. So, the Parkland, Florida shooting and the Sandy Hook shooting and some of the gun-grabbing advocates, they're going to be getting together to do this thing in March called March for Your Lives. Now, on the outside, it looks seemingly pretty harmless. Looks like a bunch of kids gathering up together in order to, march for their lives and basically, But the problem I'm having with it is that it's very dark and sinister behind the scenes. I think it's finely tailored by certain individuals. And Alex seems to have the same kind of suspicion as me. Now, which is fine, right? It's great to be skeptical. But the problem is that when they've created kind of a one-sided argument here, okay? So what happens is when you go against these kids and they're marching for gun grabbing, they're marching against guns. If you disagree with these kids, then they're going to try to go after you for bullying, all right? So I wanted to kind of get into that a little bit. Because I thought that, pretty serious stuff.
And the fake news Comedy Central Jordan Kepler show says I'm crazy for calling them actors. Let's actually count them all out now. Let's play it again. Here's all of the actors that go on television.
The show.
Go to CNN. Here are all of the actors. Bro? They are actors. They are in the drama.
What's going on,
show?
Showtime's here. Showtime and Little French Lady.
Let's count them out. Hey, Kepler and crew. Here's the actors you claim aren't actors.
Hey, you. Little French Lady's here with Showtime.
Oh, hi, guys.
Resistance.
So, the Jordan Kepler show does a hit piece on myself and Don Jr. Honestly, hi, Jordan Kepler staff. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi. They wouldn't have any content if it wasn't for us. How ironic is that? But, so we played the clip earlier. The Jordan Kepler show is attacking me, saying I said that the people that are on television from the Florida high school and shooting survivors are actors. They're actors. Sorry, that guy looks like such a dork. Yes, he looks like a dork. So he attacks me. And he says, Schroyer says they're actors. And then here, put that other image back up, because this is the key. Darren McBreen points this out to me. He says, this is how their propaganda works. They put crisis actors on the
show. Says, hi, Miss Riff, how are you this evening?
So you see it. So you see crisis actors, and you think,
how are you?
He's saying they're crisis actors, even though I never said they were crisis actors. I only said they were actors. So it's like multiple layers of propaganda. So they play the clip. It's like a 2-second clip of me saying they're actors. Then he takes it to the next level of saying, oh, he says they're crisis actors. And then now that he's got the ball rolling, he says, oh, and he also says that no one died there and there wasn't a shooting at all. And the whole thing is fake. So that's how they work. That's how the propaganda works. It starts with one level of lie, or it's not even a lie. It's one level of taking something out of context. That's playing a short clip of me saying something.
That's it right there. And that's what I'm really getting fucking sick of here in 2018. Is people blatantly, purposely taking things way out of context in order to manipulate and contort things and justify their fucking small-minded way of thinking. Or people fucking going way out of their way in order to fuck everything up in order so themselves could play a victim card or a victim mentality, and then bada bing bada boom, one lie after another lie after another lie, it just gets compiled and then everything gets blown out of fucking proportion. And then next thing you know, everybody's all riled up over it. That's exactly what the fuck I'm getting sick of, man. Is that he said, she said bullshit in 2018, and then people take either something or someone that what they said, or they'll take a headline or a news article and then take that and then fucking they'll just run wild with it, whether it's in the Facebook, whether it's in the Twitter. I mean, social media is just like a fucking, I love it. It's like a catch-22, because it gives people like me and people like that have that logical, critical way of thinking to be able to counter information like that and be able to sting it out there really quick. But also at the same time, you know, these people create algorithms. I've shown it here. These people create algorithms in order to keep pumping this bullshit up out on the media, where the conservative side, the right side of the media, the pro-Trump side, whatever the fuck you want to call it, those are real people. Those are real people putting that shit up, okay? And then when you see most of the fucking leftist bullshit that you see in, like, Facebook, and that's all bots. I mean, we've talked about it right here. We've shown Twitter. Twitter literally admitted to the fact that they have bots and algorithms to try to silence conservatives. Ginger, I'm being shout from Radiohead tickets. Oh, Radiohead tickets? My social media only shows toys, collectibles, and odd hockey game. Yes, your opinion should be the only one allowed. Why does everyone else even try? Crucial Head. Crucial. What's going on, bro? So, anyways, I kind of ran away on a rant there. Let me back this up a little bit. Sorry about that. Owen Troy always gets me fired up. I'm sorry, bro. Owen always gets me going, man. I'm going to shut the fuck up and listen to this real quick.
Just a short clip, not giving it context, then taking that and claiming that I'm actually saying something else. So they take a statement, then they take it out of context, then they give you the visual propaganda of crisis actors. Now they got the ball rolling, and they take it to the final stage. Schroyer says no one was shot. Schroyer says it's all fake. But wait a second. Let's go back to the beginning. Schroyer says they're actors. Oh my gosh, he's crazy. He says that all the people that are going on television, all the people that are speaking are actors. And, well, he's nuts. They're not actors. Oh, Jordan Kepler and staff, since I know you're watching, why don't you play this video tonight on your show?
Beginning of our history. Please be on the right side of it. Help us.
He is largely giving a platform to the theater students who support their anti-American logic.
So mass shootings aren't inevitable. Help us so our children, our grandchildren, and
their children
after
that right behind this girl, the whole time, behind all the speakers. The drama teacher.
For our 17 fallen brothers and
sisters.
Their
drama teacher. Oh, there she is, in the drama club. Oh, the speaker's in the drama club. Oh, there's the other speaker, wearing the drama club shirt. Oh, there's another one. Oh, also an actor.
Ashley!
I ran into the classroom and my drama teacher turned off all the lights.
Who do you play? I play Annie!
The National Rifle Association pushes to preserve our right to bear arms per the Second Amendment. Yet what they don't say is that the Second Amendment...
Seminars offer focus on a variety of written, broadcast, and photojournalism topics.
If you had seen me in our school's production of Fiddler on the Roof, you would know that nobody would pay me to act for anything.
What, because you're a bad actor? Earth to Kepler, Earth to Kepler, Earth to Kepler.
Okay. So, I gotta say something on that one. Because this shit kind of gets me riled up a little bit, okay? Now, I understand that the Parkland shooting is a fucking tragedy. Abso-goddamn-lutely. And I am not going to sit here and argue with anybody. And I'm not going to try to take away from that situation. No sirree, Bob. What happened there is absolutely despicable. Absolutely despicable. Let me try to collect my thoughts here. Because, yeah, so what I think about this, it brings me back to that episode of The Twilight Zone. There was a kid, I think his name was Timothy, and he had special powers. And anybody that he disagreed with, he would he would contort them into things. Like Jack in the Boxes or pumpkins or anything like that. And if it was grotesque and obscure, the adults would say, wish it into the cornfield, Timmy. Wish it into the cornfield. Now, why did I say that? Because if these kids are really in the drama club and CNN has given them a script and paid this teacher off to teach these kids in order how to speak, because I could put a video up right now of the kids when they first got out of the school shooting, and me and a good friend of mine, we were in the party chat and we were kind of looking at the same YouTube video together, and we were like, wow, these kids looked expressionless. Now, I've never been through a traumatizing situation like that, so perhaps I'm not the best judge. But I would have to say that you would be a little bit more hysterical, possibly a little more irate. I gotta probably say you wouldn't be smiling. One of the kids were smiling. Anyways, so it goes from that to the very next day on CNN, where these kids they just looked like they were so bred and perfect, knew exactly what to say. They were talking about the GOP and talking about the NRA and shit that high school kids don't talk about. And that's when my little brain started getting a little suspicious. Like, that just seemed like it was right off the teleprompter, right off the script. Now, again, I'm not trying to take away from anything that happened, but at the same time, we know how the left side operates. Don't let a good crisis go to waste. So could it be that possibly there's some inner workings, some sinister stuff going on here in order for this to be another attempt to wish the guns into the cornfield, perhaps? Wish the guns into the cornfield, Timmy. Wish them into the cornfield. I don't know, man. Because I know that if you try to go against this movement, right? Look at what Owen Schroyer, look at what Alex Jones is going through. Alex Jones now has a strike on his YouTube channel, right? He has a strike on his YouTube channel because he's going against the March for Life, or he's reporting against it. Perhaps I'll even get a strike on my YouTube channel for reporting against it. Not really too sure. But the March for Life is a gun-grabbing attempt, and they're going to use kids as a shield. And what they're going to do is anyone that tries to go against this, they're going to get them for bullying. Oh, you're trying to bully them. So, bada bing, bada boom, if you go against this, you're a bully. So, it's the same kind of, narrative that it's the 2018 narrative. If you disagree with me, you're a pedophile. If you disagree with me, you're a racist. If you disagree with me, you're a bully. If you disagree with me, you're that. If you disagree with me, you're this. That's the 2018 fucking argument. And honestly, it's a fucking argument that I just cannot stand. Being somebody who loves to debate and loves to talk, that type of argument is not fucking sound. It's like, okay, so I want to protect guns. So somebody would say to me, well then, Riffraff, why is it okay to put a gun to a little girl's head? And I'm going to be like, it's not okay to put a gun to a little girl's head. What the fuck are you talking about? But you just said you want to keep guns. And that's the fucking argument. That's what I can't stand. The second you go against the narrative, you are whatever it is they say. And that is what I can't fucking stand.
Just caught, what was that? You know what? Play it again. I'm serious. Play the video again. I'm going to count this time. I'm actually going to count. Here you go. Here are all of the actors. Half of them admit they're actors on TV, and the fake news Comedy Central Jordan Kepler show says I'm crazy for calling them actors. Let's actually count them all out now. Let's play it again. Here's all of the actors that go on television, that go to CNN. Here are all of the actors. They are actors. They are in the drama club. They're on Fiddler in the Roof. They're in Annie. Here are the actors. Let's count them out.
Wow.
Kepler and crew. Here's the actors.
That's a scary comment.
Aren't actors.
That's a scary comment, dude.
All right, there's one.
Please be on the right side of it.
The baby boomers.
Got one.
I think that's my mom. My mom's a baby boomer, ain't she? Isn't your mom a baby boomer?
So mass shootings aren't inevitable.
Yeah.
Help us so our children.
There's the drama.
Those assholes.
Don't have to.
Obviously, probably hates Trump, probably an anti-gun liberal. Liberalism is a mental disorder.
Next is Delaney Tarr.
Okay, so there's one. All right, now we got two. He's wearing the Drama Club logo on his shirt. All right, there's three. All right, now we got three.
Ashley! Hi!
There's number 4. Now we got 4.
My drama teacher turned off all the lights.
Who do you play? I play Annie.
The National Rifle Association.
5. Now we got 5.
Right to bear arms for the Second Amendment. Yet what they don't say is that the Second Amendment.
6. Now 6. Who says she wants to be an anchor at CNN? Yeah, because that's what CNN anchors are. They're actors. Here's 7. 7.
Pay me to act for anything.
Okay. So there's 7 actors that mainstream news has used to push their talking points and to push their anti-gun agenda on television. I'll tell you what, Kepler and crew, you can just take me to a nice steak dinner and I won't forgive you. You can take me out for an old
The Drama Club Kids are simply more prepared to talk in front of people.
I dare
they say
you
public
lowlifes
speech
over there
is
in
the
the
worst
fake news
fear.
media. I dare you to play that video that we put together on your show.
I'll give you that one, Crucial.
I dare you.
I'll give you that.
Oh, but you're not going to do it because you're too cowardly. See, the reason why you say I'm a coward.
God.
And then apparently.
Damn, that guy has a high forehead. Is that real?
Jordan Kepler says I'm a coward. According to Jordan Kepler, I'm a coward. Okay, Jordan. Well, I'm such a coward. Why don't you come on my show and see how much of a coward I am? Or since you're such a big tough guy and I'm such a coward, why don't you play that video on your show that we just played? Or are you too cowardly? Yeah, my guess is you're too cowardly. That's my
Suspicious
guess.
as all fuck, man.
I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Like I
folks.
said, that's why I started off with my conversation. I was like,
let me just hit.
I was like, I am not trying to take away anything here, man. What happened there is absolutely terrible. But there are some things, just like around Las Vegas shooting, just like around Sandy Hook, just like around 9/11, JFK, you name it. There are some things that don't add up, as fucking usual. You know, anytime you get these alphabet groups together, the FBI, the CIA, they don't intelligently investigate anything, it seems. And I'm just getting a little tired of that in 2018 as well. The official story being fucking bunch of bullshit. That's what I'm getting fucking tired of. The official story is so unofficial, it's laughable.
Some news here before we sign off. Oh, man. The midterm elections are coming up, folks. Those are so key, it's not even funny. And Dianne Feinstein is now looking like she's in trouble. That's good news. That's a Democrat stronghold.
Right. Or a bully.
See, here's the thing.
I mean, a child killer is fucking crazy, but that's like, I get what you're trying to say, but
that's talking about.
I strongly hate guns, but I'm not an anti-gun. I don't even own guns. I don't even own guns, but I would definitely defend somebody's right to own.
Once you take away their votes in Congress and their mouthpieces in Congress, then all of a sudden CNN and MSNBC just become some weird echo chamber of nothingness, where they still push out the propaganda and the anti-American stuff, but there's no teeth because there's nobody in Congress that follows through. So then, now that you've got a Congress that isn't full of a bunch of fake liberal Democrats that are like Nancy Pelosi worth over $100 million, now you've got a new Congress in there that's not going to get those votes, that's not going to get those mouthpieces. I mean, if you can get rid of the Chuck Schumers, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Adam Schiffs. I mean,
yeah, don't let a good crisis go to waste, man. That's exactly how they operate, isn't it?
All of a sudden, they don't have a vote, they don't have a voice. So then MSN and CNN and all the other fake news kind of become this weird, like, talking point-driven news service that has no teeth, has no policy, has no issue. They just kind of spout this stuff out into a vacuum.
It's very simple, isn't it?
Doesn't even exist. And then after a while, and some of this is
sorry, I don't mean to cut him off. That's a great face, by the way. So what he said is it's really simple. If outlaws have guns, and responsible people should be allowed to defend themselves, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. Because it's not like fucking Nikki and Vinny are gonna be like, "Hey, Nikki, did you see what happened to the gun laws? I guess we gotta turn in our guns. Oh, jeez, that sucks. We ain't gonna be able to rob that bank next week. Oh, jeez, we gotta turn in our guns." No, that's never gonna happen. When you create hardcore gun laws, right? when you create hardcore gun laws, it just makes it harder for the law-abiding citizens to get their hands on guns. And I hear a lot of people say, well, you know, if everybody had pistols, it wouldn't be so bad. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I like to look at Greenland, Iceland, things like that, where it's kind of opposite, where the citizens have the guns and the police do not have the guns, and it's pretty fucking low crime rate. Maybe we could learn a thing or two from that. I'm not saying that's how it should be, but maybe we should take a peek at what's going on. And but at the same time, if you go against these kids, if you go against this narrative, I don't want to be labeled a child killer. I don't want to be labeled a bully because I don't agree with gun grabbing because a bunch of kids on CNN are twisting the narrative around. I fucking hate that shit. It's used as a goddamn weapon. Emotions are being used as a weapon. It's terrible.
It's already happening. Trump gets elected president, CNN's ratings are collapsing, and then after a while, people realize this is just fake news pushing out talking points into some vast sphere of non-critical thinking that they just want you to eat up without asking any questions. And then nobody watches that, and then what happens? They have nothing. They have nothing. So what, a bunch of dumbass liberals are going to go out on the street and protest? No, they're not, because they're not going to get on TV, because they're not hearing their people in Congress and CNN cheerleading them on. They're going to disappear back into their basements. By the way, apparently, you know what? Screw it. I don't need to talk about what Jordan Kepler says about me. They literally say I'm loitering in smoke shops. I don't even smoke, and Jordan Kepler says Schroyer loiters in smoke shops. By the way, jobless claims plunge to 222,000 under President Trump, the second lowest mark in decades. Thank you, President Trump, for trying to...
So there you go. There's some more fucking bullshit for you. Goddamn kids wishing the goddamn guns into the cornfield. Wish the guns into the cornfield. Wish them away. Where did it go? Don't tell me I lost it already. ValentineBeats.com. Damn it. fucking that shit up, goddammit. You know why? Because I keep thinking I'm playing this song. I keep thinking I'm playing a different song is why.
You both need to be watching that on the iPhone with Verizon, the best streaming network. How long have you been here? I've been here a couple days.
I'm fucking up, dude. I'm fucking up left and right. You shut up. You shut up out there. Wait a second. Let me play this song. We got fucking bullshit, man, because I keep fucking it up. Listen to this, though. You might like this one. I kind of perfected it, Little French. I'm not sure if you've seen this since I got the beat down. Ba-ba. Donald! Feeling them good vibes, you know it, bro. All right, so I want to talk just a little bit about one of my favorite fighters. One of my favorite fighters, man. This guy. This guy is from overseas. 1 second. He's from overseas. I want to say he's from London. I can't quite remember. But this kid, man, he's got star written all over him, I'm pretty sure. This kid can fight, man. His name is Michael Venom Page. Not sure if you've ever heard of him. But anyways, he made a lot of moves in Bellator. If you look him up in Bellator, he was pretty much flew right through Bellator like it was nothing, undefeated. And so now he just made his first boxing debut. The first boxing fight of Michael Venom Page. And I want to check that shit out real quick with you, bros. Check this out. Let's go. Y'all ready? Kick back, smoke a little bit, check a cool fight out.
Just our first contest. I think it's only right.
So Michael Venom Page is the black guy, and I don't know who the other guy is. Alright, looks like they're about to fight right here. So this is Michael Venom Page. Here we go.
Knock down the fight to stay in. We'll go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves.
Yeah, come on in, bros.
So Ismail Salas leaves the boxing ring, which means Michael Venom Page is just moments away from his first outing as a professional boxer.
Yes.
Second out, round one.
So we're underway then. A light heavyweight contest scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds between boxers from the United Kingdom.
So this is my favorite fighter right here, Michael Venom Page.
Red.
He's a tall, skinny, lanky motherfucker. I love him to pieces, man. He can fight his ass off.
Reminiscent of what twin Prince Nassim Hamed used to wear as you see him. It's not shadow boxing, but shadow balling. Going to the crossover dribble between his legs before poking Castano with a right hand. That's Michael Venom Page, the man making his professional boxing debut, switching from the sport of kickboxing, which he's practiced since the age of 5. The man who is covering up on the ropes is Jonathan Castano from Spain.
Jonathan Castano, okay.
Confident start. I say typically because this is the type of showmanship he exhibits in the realm of mixed martial arts, but a confident start from MVP.
Michael Venom Page has a high-level blend of elite striking skills that was fine-tuned in the art of full-contact kickboxing. He transitioned to MMA, became very successful with the type of footwork and hands-low approach that you are seeing here. The punches coming from odd angles. They are difficult to read, difficult to defend, and they have power that has proven devastating.
So approaching the midpoint of this opening round, a round in which Castano hasn't showed very much to this point.
Oh yeah, eccentricity. Oh man, wait till you see.
With that left hand.
Wait till you see what he starts doing in the later rounds.
Page. Nickname is Venom, hence the acronym MVP. How valuable will all of that combat experience prove to be here in the boxing ring? Plenty of feinting, looking for that Hollywood lead right hand. It was some way short of the mark, Page. The fighters fall into a clinch, forcing the intervention of Bob Williams.
Typically we see this from MVP. He will sort of audit and exploit. He will get a read on his opponent, see the way that they move, try to find their headspace, and then capitalize with punches. But it's been a good early survival mode, if you will, for Castano, but he's backing up in a straight line. MVP is trying to gauge that there in the way that he changes combinations.
His 11 defeats Castano because he got through the good right hand. Page wasn't too far away, but of his 11 defeats, 5 of them have come inside the distance. You can see from the stature of Page, physically really does bring to mind the late Bob Foster, light heavyweight kingpin who stood around 6 feet 3 inches tall. Devastating left hook. Was simply unbeatable against light heavyweights. But will he prove to have even an ounce of the prowess that Bob Foster possessed in the ropes arena? First round in the book. Michael Venom Page showing a few flashes of the punch picking he possesses. Let's see if we can listen in. Jimmy Tibbs on the outside of the ropes.
Man, Michael Venom Page is gonna eat this boy alive.
I'd like you to keep going. You're doing very, very good. But behind your leading hand. When you work with your left jab, I need you to mix it up. One jab, one down. Change with your right. Okay, enjoy. Enjoy your game. I know you can do.
Let's take a look at some of the action there about the way that MVP kept on using intercepting shots. He could read that his opponent in Castano was coming forward very predictably, or moreover, at times freezing. There, that beautiful down punch.
It didn't look like he connected on some of those, but you can see he did actually. He did connect.
Seconds out, round 2.
MVP out with a hard right hand once again because of his prowess.
That ring doesn't look big enough for MVP, man. His leg span is so wide, dude.
When the best boxer of his generation, one of the best of all time, Floyd Money Mayweather, stepped back into the ring for his 50th contest as he gets through with a corkscrew right uppercut and then mimics a little bit of body popping. After landing a good right hand, MVP. Again, that's why the shots are so difficult to read. Reminiscent of Emmanuel Augustus, the drunken master who competed so effectively in the professional boxing ring during the 1990s.
We call this one the MVP shuffle. And that jab will come out, and he'll sort of try to blind you, and then in comes the power punch from the rear hand.
Beautiful left jab.
Drunken master style, you goddamn know. Look at this boy. Look at this man. Look at this man right now. Look at him just dancing around him and shit. Just dancing around, man. He's just having a good time. He's just having a good time, man. It's like when he punches, dude, he punches from right here. It just, you know what I mean? A lot of people I see when they try to punch, like Roy Jones was like that. Roy Jones would just put his whole fucking body into his punch, dude, and rip your goddamn jaw right off.
Tries a hard right hand which goes over the top of Castano's head. But because of his prowess in MMA and the pro debut that was on the card, he's used as a pundit by many news outlets in the build-up to Mayweather versus McGregor. That's a flashing right uppercut which causes Castano to hold on.
He's like, hey, you know.
And this comes from that points fighting style that he learned and really developed to base it in full contact, the waist-up rules kickboxing.
Well, in anticipation of this debut, with Page saying that he's been in the ring with a few prominent fighters and many fighters learning their trade as well in the gyms in and around London. I've spoken to many of the men who runs their gyms, as referee Bob Williams going to have a bit of a word with Michael Venom Page for hitting behind the head. Remember, Joe Calzaghe employed that tactic during his masterclass against Jeff Lacey. And that was perhaps the only inconvenience Joe Calzaghe suffered that night up in Manchester, as Michael Venom Page trying to put combinations together and keep the pressure on Castano. But in speaking with those men and women in the gyms around London, all of them came away with the same appraisal of Page's skills, that he is very much for real, and they hope to see him progress in the realm of professional boxing. Second round in the books.
Okay, listen. And here was MVP again with that corkscrew uppercut slash drunken master routine. Castano forced to clinch there, actually. That was a really solid shot. And the kind of momentum that you can create from that rear hand, more distance, more inertia, more power. He is so difficult really to read and get a good gauge on where your defense needs to be. Castano employing more of a traditional boxing.
One of my favorite movies. Fucking right, bro.
As effective as I think he would like it to be against MVP.
Seconds out, round 3.
So into the third round then. And it's a fast start to begin this third stanza by Michael Page, the boxer.
Go to the bathroom.
In black and red, rather untidy at close range. Castano clenching at close quarters. Missing rather wildly with the attempted right uppercut and left hook, but again, once he uses that jab, I know he doesn't like to operate behind the verities of textbook conventional boxing, Michael Page, but when he uses the jab, oh, what a right hand, and down goes Castano. Referee Bob Williams toning the count, and that one shot the Spaniard down to his boots. He's beaten the count, but it is being waved off. Jonathan Castano protesting, but Michael Page has scored a single shot, third-round knockout over Jonathan Castano on this, his professional boxing debut. A debut where he showed flashes of the footwork that he possesses, the fluidity, a jolting left jab throughout the course of the second round. But then, in round number 3, he uncoiled a conventional right cross that sent Castano down to the canvas. It landed flush, and
he wrecked his world, didn't he?
Referee Bob Williams, an experienced official, looked into the eyes of the man from Spain and called this one off.
Oh man, he wrecked his. I gotta see it. I didn't see it. I want to see it. I didn't get a chance to see it. Let me back that up some. Let me see this. Play that shit. Why? There we go.
Second out, round 3.
So into the third round then, and it's a fast start to begin this third stanza by Michael Page, the boxer. In the black and red, rather untidy at close range. Castano clenching at close quarters. Missing rather wildly with the attempted right uppercut and left hook, but again, once he uses that jab, I know he doesn't like to operate behind the verities of textbook conventional boxing, Michael Page, but when he uses the jab, oh, what a right hand!
Damn! Damn! Venom Page, yeah, he should have called the fight. Venom Page was going to rip his foot. He probably could have got seriously injured in there. Did you see what Venom Page did to Cyborg? Did you guys see that one? It's one of my favorite fighters right there, man. He's not the only MMA fighter that's trying to make his way in boxing. Let me see. Cyborg, that's who it was. Yeah, look at what this man... Look at what this man did to this man's face right here. Look at this. See that? See that? Michael Venom Page did that to this man's face. He crushed his goddamn forehead inside. Look at that. Look at that. We about to watch that. We about to watch that.
Can you give us your predictions of the fight?
Yeah, we already know the predictions of the fight. He's gonna get his fucking forehead caved in. Let's go ahead and...
What happened and everyone wanted to know when Michael Venom Page got in there with a true veteran. We're about to find out. traditional Thai style. How does he handle the speed? And the range. Right there, you saw that kick not even come close. Grappling range is not where he wants to be against Cyborg. Nice. Took him down away from the fence. Good tactical choice. This is what so many people wanted to see. No leg lock position on his own. Is he going to go for it? He is. What would it mean if he submitted Cyborg Santos? BJJ black belt. Good to see you.
You guys know it's coming. That fucking knee from hell, dude. You guys know it's coming. Here it comes.
Cyborg will not take the bait. MVP's getting closer and closer, leading in. What he will do is try to capitalize with his grappling on opportunity. Like you see, when he had him open, he went for the lunge takedown, not a strike. Watch it. This is a lot of throw. Just that little back fist, just to keep Cyborg away so he can recreate distance after taking that shot. Not even close. Santos is giving the strike halfway through because he knows he's not in the market. Look at this straight right hand. Legitimate 5-6-8 miss, and that's a mile in this situation. 5 seconds doesn't sound like a long time. 100-yard dash. It's liver shot. That hurt him. Santos is hurt. He is really hurt.
Samantha White, what's going on?
It's hard to keep your right hand up. B, it's very hard to move. C, it's hard to breathe. So just about everything you need in a fight, you lose off the lip shot. It can come back.
There it is. There it is.
Did the hype train just pick up speed because it didn't derail? Wow!
And that knee, right? That knee did this to him. Look at that. He had to get rushed to the emergency hospital right after he got fucking kneed in the face by Michael Venom Page for facial reconstructive surgery that took like 6 hours. And yeah, fucking crazy. Here, check it out.
Versus Patricio Pitbull on August 26th. The UFC's next. Michael Page says, I'd like to express my best wishes to Cyborg and his family as he's currently being held in hospital for a fractured skull and will be undergoing surgery. Please may I ask that you join me in donating towards his GoFundMe page. Link to the GoFundMe page in the description of this video. Cyborg, who used to be married to Cyborg, had some kind words for Cyborg. Fight fans, please say a prayer for my ex-husband, Cyborg Santos. Many of you watched him fight on Spike TV this weekend when he suffered this injury while fighting in London. Cyborg is still in the hospital in the UK, and they're not sure win, he'll be able to fly again. He hasn't had surgery yet, and there's worry the brain can continue to swell, causing more damage. Click the link in my bio to donate to his GoFundMe and support him and his family at this time. Thank you, God, for your protection. The doctor said this very easily could have been life-threatening. Please show your support for the fighters and share. Joe Rogan says, this is the worst MMA injury I've ever seen. Best wishes and a speedy recovery to Cyborg. Santos is 38 years old and has been fighting since 1997, which is half of his life. Michael Page is 11-0 in MMA. 10 of those wins are by stoppage, 9 of them in the first round. Fans want to see him take a step up in competition and compete in the UFC, but Page is happy in Bellator, and Bellator is happy with his highly entertaining style of fighting. And the current trend is fighters not going from Bellator to the UFC, but the other way around, with fighters like Benson Henderson and Matt Mitrione migrating from the UFC to Bellator.
How you feeling? Living the dream. Living the dream.
Man, I don't give a fuck how many times you slice that bread. Michael Venom Page is a dangerous fighter. That's all there is to it. He's a goddamn dangerous fighter. I don't care how you slice that bread. You feel me? You understand what I'm trying to say around here? Dangerous fighter. Right.
bass necks in the world. Our Strat, Telly, J-Bass, and E-Bass replacement necks have officially licensed.
me see here. It wasn't even the beat that I thought it was either. I'll be fucking up the beats a lot tonight. I don't really like that beat anymore. Getting rid of it. It's gone. It's gone, bitches. Let's see here. Let's try this one.
All I ask of you is that you solve my murder. I'll take the case. I'm gonna find out first. I'm not sure I'm enjoying the turn. Yeah, you saw it.
Bam. Well done. Sounds great. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. All right. This one always gets stuck in my head after I play
At
it.
Spectrum, we're increasing our starting internet speed to 100
You still awake over there?
megabits per second. It's a fact.
Sweetheart.
The more devices you use, the more speed and bandwidth you need. And still, just $29.99.
You still awake over there?
We're talking 100 megabits per second fast, so you can stream all you can stream and download and game. You get the idea. The phone company can't touch that. We're talking unlimited, no-holds-barred internet. The fastest starting speeds at the same low price. Spectrum.
I love that one. I don't know why. It's just mechanical. It's kind of mechanical. Oh my goodness! Look at this big orange boy coming to see me. Oh my goodness! You're a kitty. Oh, hello. So yeah, I don't know if I really like this beat either. Let me check it. Let me check it to see if I like it.
That your father drank.
Because I'm ready to get rid of some beats and add some new ones. I'm telling you that.
This is the Pepsi for this model. And
okay. some cool stuff to it, but I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it. Gone. Let's test out this beat. We might even get rid of this fucking beat. That's really impressive. I hated it. Didn't like it. Go! Hold on. Nobody calls me rye bread except my family. Who is this? Who is that? Who calls me rye bread? I only know 2 people that call me rye bread. God damn it! Much love, much love. What up, Shadow Tactics? How you doing, man? I'm gonna keep that one. I like that one. I'm gonna keep that one. Let's listen to this. Never heard it before. Sizzling eye, what's going on, girl? How you do? Real, no, ¿qué quieres? hate this shit. What's going on? Sizzling hot. How you doing? Doing good. Okay, I guess it's not important. See you, Rab Red. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking lost. That was fun. Phew, peace out and have some fun. Yeah! It was probably everyone gets Riff and the Bat confused. Oh, it's one of those. They get the Riff and the Bats confused. Is it better if I talk like this? I think it scares my kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Don't fear the bat. Love that beat. Love that beat. Love that beat. That could be used. Love that beat. I like all those beats. Let's click this beat and see if I can get another beat to come up on to me.
This President's Day at Kia, we're bringing meaning back to value with America's best value. Value with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Limitless. Let's hear it. Fucking urban. Man, if you can get that, it would sound weird. It's soothing. It's fucking soothing, bro.
This President's Day at Kia, we're bringing meaning back to value with America's best value. Value with a tip.
Ooh. I need some new strings. These things are starting to sound like crap.
Are they? Okay.
According to this, it says I'm in tune, but... Just try that. It's spamming time. Stephen King banned me for saying hashtag Team Riff. Oh man. This is the KKK stream? That's right. You came to the right place, bro. Oh my god. Oh. I need me some fucking pretzels. I don't know. Y'all got your sheets ready and crosses burning? I'm way too lazy, man, to burn me a damn cross. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of Mainer partier where we'll go to the store and we'll get a keg and carry it like to the foot of the woods. we won't even carry it in the woods. We're too damn lazy. We just carry it to the foot of the woods. This is good enough. Let's start partying right here. Let's do it. Some of those who were in forces were the same that burned crosses. Some of those that were in forces. I haven't heard this one yet. Let's hear this one.
It's the big price drop at Mattress Firm. For the first time ever, we've dropped the price of a king to a queen and the price of a queen to a twin across every brand. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
If you're racist, I'm chilling. See, now this one. So was it just the synthesizer was turned up a pitch? Is that what's going on? Is that? Yeah, I'm calling if you're racist. I'm against racism. Yeah, of course. Yo, real shit, I'm the only nigga where I live. I'm cool. White, I'm cool with him. Oh, I got you. Now, if this is in tune with this song, then that's fucking simple. That synthesizer was freaking. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck you. Fuck my life, man. Yo, I'm Illinois, you know? It's lynching. Lynching, you dumb fucking cracker. What we here lying about now? One of you owe me money. Who owe you money, man? Man, fuck this news.
This is true.
Say, man. Somebody, one of you motherfuckers owe me money. Saturday Night Vinyl's in the building. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
How long have you been here? I've been here a couple days.
Get the best unlimited on the most awarded network. Buy iPhone 8. And
What are you doing in here? Don't you got a stream to go to Saturday night, ain't it? Nice. Red Walrus, what's going on, brother? See you later, Crucial. It comes out all creepy like.
This President's Day at Kia, we're bringing meaning back to value with America's best value.
Maybe I'll do a couple more. Then I'm gonna go play me some mother flipping Monster Hunter. Cause I'm itching. That slower porno jam I was doing last week, huh? This one, right? Boom, wow, wow. I was just using my glass bowl to do that. What if I could do that? If I could hold it right, I could probably do it, but it's just tough to hold. Fucking hard to do, man. That is hard to do with the old glass bowl. Hard, man. I'll stop pulling her out. There it is. Hope you liked this Saturday. That was for you, brother. Sexy. It's a very
President's Day.
That's a very sexy groove, isn't it? It's a very sexy groove, man. Thank you, Ryan. That was awesome. Hey, no problem, man. Oh, I hope you have a great stream tonight, brother. Take care of yourself, man. Slam them goddamn bottles. Put that needle right on the fucking down. Start, you know, before I end today's stream, I'm going to play one more song for my brother. Play one more song for my brother. Listen to a couple of happy tunes. Smoke a little bit, and then I'm out of here, bros. I'm gonna go play me some fucking Monster Hunter, man. Batman. Oh yeah. Woo. So, gotta hear me a little bit of Pharrell. Pharrell. Please hit me, Pharrell. 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 Happy. Don't tell me I'll be just fine. Don't have to wear it, don't waste your time. Man, it's all I can hear in my head right now. Gotta hear it. I got me to hear it. You know what I'm saying, Chernobyls? Oh, here it is. Oh! Stop it. Just stop it right now. Just stop. Oh! Oh! What? No. Shit. Ah. Oh,
He better be shaking his ass.
you can feel the electricity in the air. What? I'm happy. Without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you feel that happiness is for you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Oh! Here come bad news talking this and that. They talking this and that. They talking this and that. Give me all you got. Don't hold it back. I should probably warn you. I'll be just fine. Yeah. No offense to you, bro, but don't waste your time. Because I'm happy if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is for you.
There we go.
Clap along if you feel that happiness is for you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down. Bring me down. Bring me down. The playroom can't. Bring me down. Bring me down. Yo, Steven can't. Bring me down. Yo, Terminator can't bring me down. Yo, Rufio, you bring me down. You bitches can't bring me down. If you feel like happiness is for you. If you feel like happiness is for you. If you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on, if you feel like a room without a roof. Come along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Be happy, everybody. That's what I want to leave you with on this stream. Just a fucking slice of happiness, just a little bit for you punk ass motherfuckers out there hating and hating and hating the last 4 days. Just smile a little bit, man. Oh! Oh my God! Oh! I think at the end of the day, we lose a little bit of gratitude, don't we, folks? Take a step back. Let's be happy. Think about the things that you're thankful for. Think about the beautiful things in life, the people that love you. Oh my God. Everybody, I love you all. No matter what you think of me, I still want you to succeed. That's the difference between you and me. No matter what you think about me, I still want you to succeed. And don't worry, I'll be just fine. Y'all folks have a good stream. A good night, good evening. I know I'm going to go ahead and do the same. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you guys on the next time, all right? High five. Give me that. Bring it in. Y'all, peace out. See you guys later.